there you have it. Missouri, in the books.
Right, it was a fun state to go to.
Yeah, people were so friendly there, and it left us wanting a lot more too. Because Highway 36 is known as the Highway of Geniuses, with John J. Pershing, Omar Bradley, J.C. Penney,
Walt Disney,
the Pony Express, all kinds of places that we still want to see.
Right.
And it'll be for another time. All right, so you wanted to see the arch, but we missed it. This is the next best thing.
Exactly. Well, this is a pleasant road in Illinois.
He said severe pavement distress, and they weren't kidding. I'm doing 8 miles an hour, and I'm probably going twice as fast as I should be.
This is worse than a dirt road would be. Because at least a dirt road would be smooth.
Ridiculous.
This is east of Hillsboro on Route 185, headed towards I-70. This is gonna shake the crap out of us. Oh, I see the end of it.
It's light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah, but they have to give us one more big bump before they do that.
Sin, what on earth have you found?
Looks like the world's largest gavel at the courthouse in Marshall, Illinois.
See, personally, I dispute this. To be the world's largest, I think it has to be functional.
Well,
Right? I mean, you could build a gavel the size of Minnesota, and nobody could lift it, nobody could use it. I mean, to me, it has to be usable and functional. That's just my opinion. And obviously the folks at Marshall, Illinois think differently, and the folks at Guinness think differently.
And there's a whole slew of world's largest at Casey, Illinois.
Right, and they have like the world's largest golf tee that's like the size of the Washington Monument. But what are you, how are you gonna golf with that?
Unless you're Paul Bunyan.
Yeah, so that's just my Guinness Book of World Record rant. Okay, so a lot of people think I look completely ridiculous with my Dutch oven hat on, and I'll dispute that. Because when you're wearing the Dutch oven hat, you never burn what you're cooking. Let's go ahead and take a look at what's come out so far.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, dog. Without the hat, that'd be a burned crisp right now.
I don't know, I dispute that. But
Power of the hat.
it's the Huta.
And this is from Townsend's, which we visited a few weeks ago.
Exactly. So we'll do the big reveal when the bread's done, and it's about 10 minutes.
All right, see, we done?
We are done. Look at this beauty.
So you're using my Christmas gift, aren't you?
Right, the Kit Rollins spatula. So let's see if I can do this.
The bottom is perfect.
Look at this beauty.
Not too shabby for camping and baking.
Exactly. It looks beautiful. And thanks to Rich for doing the great Dutch oven. So the final step is to let this bread rest for probably about 30 minutes to an hour till it's cool to the touch, and then you can slice it up. If you're interested in this bread recipe, it's really super duper easy, and you can find it on my Pinterest board under easiest Dutch oven bread recipe ever. So it's a fabulous recipe, and it is no need if you do it the way the lady in the Pinterest board does it. I actually needed this one because I wanted to speed up the rising process this time around. So.
And so what is it sitting on?
It is sitting on my little silicone base that I purchased, and they actually purchased this for our Florida trip for the little chicken that we did for our Thanksgiving video here. But it actually works as a nice cooling rack as well. So it multi-purposes. So I think they're digging up the entire road here. We have been on I-84, and I think so far most of it has been under construction. It's almost like a cattle chute, but not quite. Gotta love those cattle chutes though. That's when they put barriers on both sides. All right, now we are officially having a cattle chute.
So some of the checks that we'll do whenever we pull over, aside from inspecting the rig, is I'll go ahead and whip out my FLIR infrared camera, especially after having just done my wheel bearing repack a couple weeks ago, just to make sure there's no hot spots or anything like that, which is looking good. And then because the truck doesn't give tire temperatures, I'll use my infrared gun to check the tire temperatures. My TST does that with the Airstream, but I'll sometimes just
Sometimes you just touch the rim with your hand.
Exactly. So it's all just a matter of knowing what's going on, checking, make sure your rig's all, nothing's come loose, nothing's fallen off. So that's what we do. Okay, this is one of those classic looking at a map and making decisions and making reservations. We chose Skogsberg Island State Park because it looked like it was right off of I-90. And it is! There's I-90! Right there! Unfortunately, it takes like 15 miles off of I-90 to get here. So it wasn't really... Yeah, it's right off of I-90 if you were to just like launch yourself off the bridge.
Right.
Oh well.
Oh well.
Looks nice anyway. We're looking forward to it.
Yep, should be fun.
All right, let's go. Okay, we've arrived here at Skogsberg Island State Park in New York. I don't know why I think it's hilarious, but I think it's hilarious that this guy here with his little pod, he needs a pull through. We, however, have a nice little back in. As opposed to some of my other videos where we've stayed hitched. This time, I have raised the trailer just a little bit to get the head up. But yeah, how funny. He needs a pull through. All right, well, we've ended today's tow. It was 315.9 miles, so that's about average for us. Maybe, you know, we like to keep it a little bit less, but that's not a big deal. Just some minor construction. But just, this is what we love about state park camping. I mean, just look at this. Look at some of the scenery around here. The trees. This is like 9 miles south of Albany, New York, state capital. And all you hear are birds, and it is super nice. Let's see. They gloriously passed my clean fireplace test. Picnic table was out of the way. There's a water spigot. Again, we haven't used water a whole lot this entire trip. We are at site 13 that I chose because of the angle of the back end. I thought would be just super easy. You know, after a long day of towing, you don't want to have to fight a site. So, I mean, come on, can you get better than... Can you get an easier back end than that? I mean, Cindy just greased it. Or greased her instructions. Yeah, so we've got the fans going, the windows open. The services here are great. This is a relatively new campground, like 2008 they said. And you can see the services are high class. Some people complained on Campendium about the underbrush around here, but I'm what? Are you kidding me? There's more to life to complain about than that. Cindy's been researching that little pod over there. Apparently it's a prototype. Super cute. It's called My Pod. See if we can get a picture. There's probably somebody sleeping and it's gonna come up and beat the crap out of me. Nothing worse than after a long tow than getting the crap beat out of you. As you can see, it's pretty slick. It's got air conditioning, entertainment center, 12 volt, 110 volt, and it weighs only 760 pounds with a 100-pound tongue weight. Super cool. What a wonderful evening. Finally we have shorts. I got my flip-flops on for the first time. It's gonna be a good night. Okay, so if you watched our video on the Neil Armstrong Museum, you'll notice that he was a distinguished Eagle Scout, and I was pretty bummed that I've not been afforded those accolades as well, being the co-founders of Luv Subbin. But I do have some skills that I'm not sure Neil has, and that is, I was looking at this plant and I'm like, that looks a little interesting right there. And you saw the 3 leaves, and
Leaves of 3, let it be.
And I looked out, thought it was poison ivy, whipped out my little plant app, bingo, poison ivy. Watch it.
Hope you didn't touch it.
I didn't. Why would I sit there and touch it? It's like, there's a hot stove. I'm gonna put my finger on it. There's poison ivy. Let me rub it.
Yep, more today. Interesting accidents.
Something's on fire up there.
Something's on fire, yeah. Waze says we're at a standstill.
I don't think we need Waze to tell us that, though.
No. So.
Some pretty good black smoke up there.
Yeah, it is. We'll have to see what happened. Well, there go the fire engines. So this must have happened relatively recently. According to Waze, it was reported about 10 minutes ago. We'll see if we can get by it.
Yeah, this should back things up. I'm betting to around Connecticut somewhere.
Yeah, this reminds me of that time in Texas where...
now they're getting some white smokes. Now they're going...
They're putting
it out.
Yeah.
I'm not a fire professional, but that tells me they're probably putting it out now.
They're spraying something on it.
Yeah, water.
Oh, a lot of white smoke now.
Right there, Kenny.
That's a good one. Yeah, look on the other side now. People are stopping and it's backed up. And it wasn't even on their side.
What do you got, C?
We got driftwood. Except it's actually driftwood.
Finally, we found real driftwood.
And it's real wood.
As Cindy's identifying wildlife, she found some eider sea ducks, we believe. I have something 10 times even cooler to watch.
What's that?
There's a Coast Guard 47 motor lifeboat out there doing surf work at the inlet.
What's surf work?
They're practicing getting in and out of the surf.
Oh.
So as the waves break in the inlet, they're practicing going in and out of that, which is friggin' awesome.
Well, they have a place over on the west coast that's even more severe than this, right?
It's called Cape Disappointment, and that's where all the coasties get their motor lifeboat certification. Their surf, and it's
that's
just
kind of crazy waves, right?
It's not crazy. They're absolutely beautiful. I mean, they roll those things and flip them, and the waves aren't big enough out here to do that. But yeah, the work that they do out at Cape Disappointment is absolutely some of the most spectacular seamanship you'll ever see.
I'm gonna have to check this out. It sounds pretty neat.
All right, see, we say RVing is fixing things in beautiful places. Where are we, and what are you doing?
We are in Salisbury Beach, Massachusetts, and I noticed my oven was not flaming up properly. It was showing a lot of yellow flame, which to me indicated a possible gas leak. And so we stopped using the oven until we could have a chance to take a look-see at it, and it looked like one of the, like the nut that tightens the pilot light came loose at one point in our journey. So I put it back on, and I'm just going to tighten it up. I think it's going to be a little awkward though. Let's see which way I can go in, because it has to go, yeah, right there. I'm not sure I'll be able to get a wrench in there actually, unless, yeah, no, unless I can do it that way. So I'll prop this guy over.
Cindy's good at fixing things, especially in the kitchen.
Yeah. Alright, that's about as tight as it's gonna get. We're gonna see if it works now. If that makes a difference. Yep, that's looking good. That's what it should be doing. Before it was throwing out a lot of yellow flame, and that didn't look quite right, so that's what it's supposed to be doing.
All right.
Looks like that was a fix.
Good fix, C.
So we are docked and chalked, and we're getting ready for dinner tonight. And as a special treat, we have some oysters. Rich is starting to like oysters, and so we're gonna do 6 oysters on the grill, and we're also gonna do some fresh caught halibut. So I was gonna show you how we stored our oysters in the fridge.
And why are we cooking halibut?
For the heck of it?
No, for the halibut.
So the best way to store oysters is on ice, and you always cover it with like a little wet cloth, so you can see the ice and see the wet cloth, and that just keeps them happy until their time comes.
And these are from Maine, correct?
They are from Maine. And the first step you do before you even open them is you're going to clean them a little bit under the water. And I'm going to try not to use too much water because we are not on full hookups. So just give them a little brush off just to get the sand off of them, so that doesn't get into the oyster once you open it up. So I'm just going to give each of them a little brush with my vegetable brush under the water and put them on this plate, and then Rich will open
And it
them
looks
up.
like we've got some pasta that's ready to go with it.
We're going to do some lo mein, a Chinese style dish with the fish. We're going to keep the fish very simple for the grill. We're going to do probably some olive oil, some lemon zest, salt and pepper, and we're going to keep it very simple because you want the fish to sing.
Well, there you have it, a typical tow day for Luv Subbin.
Right, with a lot of challenges going along the way.
But now we've got some oysters, we've got some halibut, we're grilling up.
And it looks fantastic.
Promises to be a good evening.
It does.
So if you like this video,
Give us a big thumbs up.
and if you think we've earned a subscription, click the subscribe.
And comment below if you've had interesting challenges on your tow day that you would like to share.
Because we come out with RV and Airstream related videos just like this one every Tuesday.
Thanks for watching.
And can you hear the surf pounding in the background?
It's so crazy.
It's crazy.